Hey folks, it's Matt again. I'm gonna try and do a review here on a Transformers figure. Now, excuse me if you hear noises or anything interrupts this video. It seems to be the theme of the night is interruptions and loud noises. So I will try to do this as best as I can, especially because this is a new review for me, a Transformer. I haven't touched a Transformer in about 10 years. I haven't seen the movies or anything. So this will be new and pretty exciting. It is for me anyway. I bought this figure today. This is Brawn. He is an Autobot, and it is from the Revenge of the Fallen line. I don't know if this is old or new or what. I don't keep up with Transformers. All I know is he was the coolest looking one on the shelf. There's only one of them left, and I was picking him up for $9. This is awesome. I am very excited about this being $9. That's about the price of a Star Wars figure. And I do like Star Wars, but it's time I need to get something new. And this is fantastic. So this is the Autobot Brawn and his Hummer mode. And he is a brown Hummer. And the brown is a metallic kind of brown. Looks really nice. I do like it a lot. Nice color scheme. Here on the side you can see he's got the Autobot symbol. It looks like a nice emblem. I did read on the box he's part of something called Nest. I have zero idea what that is. I don't know if it's in a movie or what, but there's some information for you. See, he's got room in the back. You can stick stuff if you feel like it. Maybe if you have one of those old mini-con sort of things, you can stick him in here. Totally wrong series of figures here, but whatever. It's still Transformers. You probably still have one lying around if you do. If you've ever collected them. I used to have a Megatron. Anyway, you can see he's got the gun up here. Nice rifle. It's actually got a scope on it. And I will show you a cool use of that later when I get him in robot mode. If I can. So the transformation for this is pretty wacky. Please bear with me if it's a little difficult to show on camera. I won't take you through the steps so much as I will show you what I do. And I'll try to transform that as quick as I can. This is new for me. I'm not used to them transforming like this. I did watch a review, and somebody made a comment about it being like a shell former. I guess because the shell just pops around and it's like goofy or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't keep up with Transformers, so I have no idea. But it's a little strange. Not too bad. I've had to transform it a few times just because this video's not worked properly. Some interruptions, knocks on my doors, cat running through the screen. Wonderful. But, yeah, I'm working with it. So it's a couple of strange things. The instructions, not the greatest. I don't know if the instructions are usually as bad, but what they were telling me to do didn't make any sense. I kind of had to figure it out for my own based off of where they were showing me. I managed to do so, though, based off of the picture on the box. And not the greatest way to do things these days, but if it works, it works. What I do like is how the plating of his Hummer mode pretty much works as his armor plating. And for the color it is, I really like that. Going with the green as well is a nice mix. I am a fan of green, and I am a fan of earthy colors. So to mix the green and the brown, for me, is very cool. That's one of the reasons why I got this. The color scheme is very nice. Some of the other Transformers did not have very cool color schemes at all. One was like a sunburst kind of orange. I don't want that. I don't want an orange robot. There's just something about that that's very unexciting. I will move the camera up in a moment, or probably now. I want to make sure I get this transformed before I work with it, because he's a little awkward to try to stand. His feet are pretty good because they have 4 points that they touch the ground, rather than just being a flat foot or anything. So you get a little bit more leeway of where you can stick him or in the poses and stuff, but he is still difficult because he's top heavy, because he's got a lot going on. And a pistol just flew out of his hand. That was fun. Well, I learned something new that I can tell you in this review. That's good. I didn't know that before. Alright, I think that's just about it. Let's see if I can stand him up and you can see Brawn. This is a cool, cool, cool Transformer. I am very pleased I bought this. It was $9. Fantastic. This is Brawn, the Autobot. Very cool looking. You can see his face. He's got a silver face. You can see it when I actually show you it. Sorry about the camera and the lighting. I'm working with the new stuff. He's got like a chrome, a dark chrome. I like that a lot. He's got gold, a kind of yellowy gold for his up on his shoulders where the Autobot symbol is. He's got it on here in his chest piece and on this stomach kind of lining. Now, for weapons, he has these two green pistols. These have nothing to do in the transformation. They just kind of stick in his hands. They look kind of crappy, to be honest with you. They are not the greatest detailed thing. This is like a pistol out of the 80s action figure kind of thing. But they work fine. And I just found out, as I said, his wrists swivel. That's fantastic. Articulation-wise, his arms are pretty sweet. You can bend them at the elbow area and stuff. I mean, it's Transformers, so you can kind of get away with a couple of different articulation points that weren't really meant to be for arms and legs, but whatever. So his legs aren't very good with articulating. You can bend them back and forth over here, but they're not like straight human legs. They're got like well, you can see the shape here. It's a little goofy. I would recommend just getting him straight in a position where you want him to stand in that way and just maneuver him from the top here of the waist where the ball joint is. That's probably the best way you're going to be able to pose this figure. Now, on his back, if I can show it, and there's a dog going. Fantastic. Apologies. So you can move the Hummer gun up like this, and it's shooting above his head. Or, alternatively, you can turn it around on the arm swivel, put the gun up like this, so it's shooting straight, and put it over his shoulder by bending it. And it's almost like he can look through the scope and shoot it that way. I think that's really cool. I don't know if it was meant to do that. It kind of seems like it was, but I didn't see anything in the instructions on it. I like that. I like the fact that we can take that gun and move it around rather than just have it sit stationary and awkward on his back. So we can do different things with that. That's nice. I like that in a figure. Now, if you see him from the back, he looks kind of crazy and wacky. But the big doors or the armor plating like that, I do like it because, like I said, I like the color. So to have it just big and bulky behind him adds for a nice detail. Yeah, so this is a sweet figure. I'm 100% pleased with this. There's nothing about it I can really complain about other than trying to make him stand. But that can be dealt with. As you can see, I have him. He's standing pretty well right now. You can pose him nicely if he's like pointing guns. I don't know if he'll stand in this position as much right now. Yep, he is balancing, so can't see it well in the camera, but yep, his work is nice. One thing I will note about this figure is that he is a Transformer, yet because of the way he has his pistols, his face looks, the feet are, the bulkiness on the arm and the stuff on the back, it really reminds me of like a Japanese RPG sort of robot. You see those, there's a word for it, I can't even think of it right now. I'm not thinking of like a Gundam. Well, maybe a little bit like a Gundam, but more like I don't even know the name of it, but there are those RPGs with the special crazy robots. He really reminds me of one of those. I'm not a fan of those, but I am absolutely a fan of Brawn. This figure is great. Awesome Transformer. Glad I bought him because I think I will start getting to collecting some Transformers if I can start finding cool ones like him. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope it's not too ridiculous with all the camera shaking and all this noises and all that nonsense, but hey, what can you do? So, again, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you the next review.